Yeah, Taiji. This is a puzzle game a bit like The Witness, except it's 2D. We did beat it last time, but we discovered under this waterfall there is a secret entrance to a set of bonus puzzles with some lovely pink grass. We didn't actually attempt any of these puzzles last time. Yeah, there's quite a lot in here. It seems like there would be a whole stream's worth of puzzles. This even looks like it might open a door of some sort, in which case there might be even more puzzles behind there. It is still 25% off. Okay, thank you for confirming, Tibago. There's all those and that. And then there's all these down here. So there's a lot of puzzles. Not sure where best to start. I suppose these ones are at the front. So I should start with these. So these are based on the flower symbol, which we've encountered before. However, these ones are ones where you have to trace out a path, rather than just clicking whichever cells you feel like clicking. Which is a little different to most of the puzzles of this type that we've solved before. The way this type of rule works is however many yellow petals there are in the flower is how many adjacent tiles must be the same colour. So this one here is saying none of the adjacent tiles can be the same colour, and you have to start on this one. You see it sort of popped up out of the ground. So I think what that's telling us is the path has to start here and end here. This is saying two need to be the same, which is already true. This one is also saying none the same, which suggests we do this here. This says one needs to be the same. If I go through like that, I'd need to leave one here and one here. But if I leave this one, then I've got to do this in order to have two of these be the same. Is this going to work? Okay, that is going to work. Good. The event ends at 8 o'clock GMT on the 2nd of January. Okay. Makes sense. Americans and their time zones. So this time we're starting here. This one needs to not match anything again. So we definitely want to highlight this one and this one at some point. This one needs to not match anything. So we need to make sure to highlight this one, and this one. However, this one needs to have just one matching edge. So if we highlight this one, we'd have to come in from here or here, and then there'd be one matching edge. So we need to end the path here. We also need to make sure that we only match two of the edges on this tile. Hello, Matcha Catcher. Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your flower. I hope you are well. So, yeah, finishing here is going to be tricky. We can't, if we do pass over this middle tile, we can only pass over it once, because then we've coloured two adjacent tiles the same colour. But if we do that, then we can't really do this tile. And if we do something like that, then we can't go here in order to build this. So that is left unfulfilled. What about this path? Yes, that works. El Tibago says, in regards to the Celeste plushies, I think if there was a Theo plushie, I'd want it to be Theo in a crystal. I agree, actually, yes. That's where he seemed to spend most of the game. By the way, Shell, I am considering doing a Celeste mod stream. Not a full playthrough, because the mods are all far too hard for that. There's a big collaborative mod called Strawberry Jam for Celeste. Most of the levels are incredibly difficult, harder than anything in the base game, and I didn't even manage to beat the whole base game. But I think there are enough beginner levels that I could make a whole stream out of just those. Shell says, is it Celeste 64? Oh, not heard of it. Yeah, so yeah, fun fact for anyone who doesn't know. The devs of Celeste made a Mario 64 style platformer based on Celeste. So it's low resolution 3D graphics, but you have a dash and you collect strawberries and stuff, which is absolutely amazing. But yes, there is a community-made mod called Strawberry Jam, which I actually saw Izzy the Penguin play a little bit of on one of her streams. And it was an option in one of my recent Discord polls, but nobody voted for it. But having seen a bit of it, I now want to play it anyway. So I tend to have one stream reserved for poll winning game and another stream reserved for things that Emma just wants to play, so it might go into that slot. This game is in fact the poll-winning game. So I guess there's some Logic Puzzle fans out there. Matcha Catcher has redeemed change background colour to pink. I suppose it matches with the stream at the moment. The way we've got the pink grass around the puzzles. There we go. Something else you might not have seen, Shell. I have this RGB background lighting now. Okay, we have yet another puzzle where the middle has to be different colour to everything around it. But this tile can only have one matching edge. So I think we actually need to finish on this tile. Is that Welsh or Klingon, Tipago? Shell says, when I move, I'll have access to an incredibly better PC, so I'll be able to do so much of my stream in the games I'll have available. That's awesome to hear, Shell. Yes, I know you first and foremost as a Zelda, specifically Ocarina of Time player, but I would love to see you play more things.
What El Tobago said LOL.
Shell, are you suggesting I call the octopus what El Tobago said LOL? Because that's a funny name for an octopus. Although it would be an easier name to say than Tobago's suggestion. I could just call it Cthulhu, because at least I can say that part. What did he actually say? Ngli Ngunaf Cthulhu Rudya Waganachel Fatang. I think the text to speech did a better job of it than I did. Just hear that again. Hmm. Oh, it's the Cthulhu summoning chant. Okay, Harry also says that Shell's suggestion can be the name. Uh, okay, I guess we're calling the octopus what El Tibago said. LOL. I worry about my viewers sometimes. Okay, it is the Cthulhu summoning chant. Okay, I probably shouldn't be saying it, otherwise Cthulhu might show up. Thank you for remembering the LOL. Well, the LOL is like a post-nominal. It's like a qualification that the octopus has, and it gets to put those letters after its name. Its actual name is, yeah, like MD. Its actual name is what El Tibago said. First name what, last name said, middle name El Tibago. The question is, when El Tibago changes his name, does the octopus also have to change its name to match? Yeah, that quote was just going through my mind, El Tibago. That was something I said on yesterday's stream. Although I can now add, why am I naming a stuffed octopus on the internet to that quote? Lord of Lake, yes. the LOL is short for Lord of Lake. That's an excellent suggestion, Shell. I'm glad we've got you here because you have the best suggestions. What El Tibago said, Lord of the Lake. I always end up chatting more than I do puzzle solving in these streams. And it's it's partly just I'm stalling for time because I can't figure out the puzzles. Okay, this one needs to match 2 edges. This one needs to match 3. Oh, but that only needs to match 1. This would be an excellent solution were it not for the fact that that piece on the left doesn't work. Shell says, glad to be here, we love talking to you. I'm glad you love that, Shell, and I'm sorry my voice is not quite up to its normal standard today because unfortunately I have picked up a virus whilst seeing family over Christmas. So I have a bit of a sore throat. Because I know you like my voice, and I know a lot of people like my voice. I try to keep talking even when I don't feel well. But it is feeling a bit sore. So the stream might be cut short today, we'll see. Nell says, oh no, I hope you recover swiftly. It's just a cold, it'll be fine, but it's not COVID or anything. But I do wish family didn't... I wish people didn't attend large family Christmas gatherings if they know they've got a cold and they're going to pass it on to everyone else. We don't want you overdoing it, says Tibago. It's fine. Right, what do I need to do differently here in order to not fail? Actually, thinking about it, I don't need to highlight this tile. We could also go round it like this. Yeah, we could do this. Does that work? Oh, no, that doesn't work because that's not different colour to all of those. Trixie puzzle. Does the red border mean that the puzzle is more difficult? Because I noticed some of the puzzles have red borders and some don't. And of these 4, this is the only one with a red border. Maybe that means I should attempt this one first. Okay, so this one we just need to have every tile just needs to have one matching edge. And we don't start, or well, we don't start on one, we might end on one. So I can't start here, go this way, and then out, because it will have two matching edges. So because we have to start here, that means that this one and this one have to be lit up. Again, we can't go onto the tile, because then we'd have to leave it again and two edges would match. So we want to match two of the edges, leave one. Come back round here. But then we can't get out again. Okay. What else can we do? We could do that in order to match only one. But then we can't pass through that one. I think we need some combination of those solutions where we also go via this tile. We go to here, and then there. Oh wow! A sub! And a tier 2 sub at that. Ren, thank you so much for subscribing. For 13 months. I can't believe it's been that long already. And I do hope you got the 25% off on that sub, because you were very generous subscribing at tier 2. That is much appreciated. Don't expect that from anyone. You did. That's good. Yeah, I just don't see how... I can see how to get any three of these flowers to be happy with my solution, but not how to get all of them to be happy. Maybe we go like this. And then like this. Aha, that's how you do it. Ren says time flies like an arrow. Yes, and fruit flies like a banana. Yeah, okay, I'm still stumped by this one though. I do think we have to finish on this tile, because this tile has to be a different colour than that one. That's literally what this tile means, is all these tiles have to be different colours to it. But only one edge can match. So we can't go like that, because then we can't go anywhere else. So we have to finish there, which means we have to start by going this way. We can't do that because then that doesn't match that. So we have to go here. Oops. We have to match all three edges of this tile. Which means we have to do that. Then we have to match just one edge of that tile. There we go. Okay. Found the solution. Well, we're 45 minutes into the stream and I've completed 4 puzzles of the 80 or so in here. Might need to pick up the pace a bit. Oh, this is an interesting one. It has a mixture of many different types of region clue. So I know what each of these things mean. I know what the dots mean. I know what the lines mean. I know what the diamonds mean. Trying to put it all together, though, that could be difficult. So the dot needs to cancel out. These two dots need to cancel out with these two circles, which means that since this tile is always going to be white, these two tiles also need to be white and need to be part of the same region. The two white diamonds need to be in the same region. They need to be connected. The two green lines need to be in a region of the same shape. And the purple diagonal lines also need to be in a region of the same shape, but that region could be rotated. And these are matching edges as before. That's all the rules that we have to follow. Now I don't think the green line is going to be on my white path, because if it is, then it can't possibly be the same shape as the one down here. So I think I can be confident that the green line is not lit up. If we want to have if we want to have only one matching edge on this tile, we can't walk onto that tile and then walk off it, so that's probably not part of the solution either. So if we do that, that satisfies this tile because it now has two matching edges, and it doesn't satisfy this tile though. Problem with satisfying that one is you'd have to go here. So that looks promising. As far as matching the flowers is concerned. Nothing else really works though. And if I do, if I connect these two dots, which I need to do, to satisfy this one with the two circles on, then I've split the board in half. The two diamonds are on opposite sides of the board. And that won't work, which means that actually the diamonds need to be part of the white area. Which means that the purple lines need to be part of the white area. Because if I go round the line, I end up in a dead end. If the purple lines are part of this area, then the area has to be rotationally symmetric. In order to satisfy the purple lines. And that seems tricky because this purple line is next to this diamond. And this one isn't. So if I draw something like this, it's never going to be symmetric about the purple line. Okay, this does actually seem really tricky. I think what I've done so far is good. Although the problem I've got is actually with this region. This needs to be the same shape region, so it would need to be that, which cuts me off, means I can't come back over here. So maybe I am going about this the wrong way. What if I did go on to this region? What would that look? I need to do that in order for that to only match one. I mean, that actually does seem reasonable because it's limiting that green line to being an L shape. In fact, it's okay with being an L shape. Because then I can draw an L shape. Oh, I can't quite draw an L shape here. Oh, I can draw an L shape there if I end... Oh, if I go that way. Yeah, that's the same shape. But I need to include... well, I need this flower clue to work. And I need to include this dot. And I need to include the diamond. And I need to leave the right shape with this pink region. I think it's that. Yes, it is that. Okay. It's as bad as I feared. Right, we have some green diamonds and... This almost looks like some sort of twig with leaves on it. Oh dear, Ren, are you feeling okay? Your head looks a bit swollen there. I promise any illusion of Emma's smartness is just an illusion. But, watch my Factorio VODs back for evidence that Emma is not as smart as she looks. LTBago says, just saw that the Slow-Mo guys upgraded their storage to 1.9 petabytes. That is a lot of storage. That is 1,900 terabytes. And a terabyte is already a lot of storage. That's 1.9 quadrillion bytes of memory. It's not often you use the word quadrillion to refer to something that actually exists in real life, that isn't, far off in outer space or something. Ren says 64 kilobytes should be enough for anyone. I think the quote was 640 kilobytes would be enough for everyone, because it was the original DOS. Although those of us who grew up with 80s home computers, 64K is a more appropriate number. In fact, the BBC microcomputer that was the first computer I used had 16 kilobytes of memory. Which was definitely not enough. Even for me in the early 90s was not enough. 1.9 petabytes is almost 1,000 times the amount of storage I have, and I consider myself to have a decent amount of storage. Given that I don't play any of these AAA video games that take up 200 gigabytes just to install them. Slow-mo footage at the speeds they shoot take a lot of space, says Debago. Yes, exactly. I'm not sure exactly how fast they are able to capture things now, but it's like hundreds of thousands of frames per second or something crazy like that. Okay, so when you have multiple diamonds of the same colour, you have to sort them into pairs, which means I'll need to have 2 of them on the path that I'm drawing, and then the rest of the path will have to divide them into 2 groups of 2. So this almost works, except that we also need to have the white diagonal lines be satisfied. Is that going to just be that? Yes, okay, that was an easier one. Here we have to connect the 2 green diamonds, and the 2 white diamonds have to be connected. Since there's no way to get from here to here without either going onto a white diamond or cutting the 2 white diamonds off, I can infer that the white diamonds also need to be on the path. 800,000 frames per second is the slowest video they did, says T-Bego. That is incredible. That is a lot of frames, for sure. Imagine being a speedrunner and having to do a frame-perfect input. The game is running at 800,000 frames per second. And create multiple hours of 4K footage in 2 seconds. Yes. It is crazy what technology can do these days, isn't it? Okay, so we need to cover all 4 of these diamonds with our path. We also need to cover all of these tiles, because otherwise this clue is broken. And because we need to cover this one, that means we also need to cover these ones, otherwise this clue is broken. So, I mean, that seems like a bit of a problem, because how do we, if we go like that, then we lose this one, and if we go like that, then we lose this one. So I think we have to either end here or end here. Because if we do this, you see we leave an unfinished end. This one, we need only one matching edge, which would imply going like that. Then this one breaks. So maybe we actually go this way. Start. We need to go here and here to have that one have no matching edges. This one needs to have 2 matching, that one needs to have 3 matching, so that does work for that. This is very close. There's only this one clue that doesn't match, so I feel like this must be close to the answer. But we can't cover this one up. That fails. Yeah, this just seems so close to the right answer, and yet if it's not, if the right answer is completely different, that does seem a bit weird that we could get so close to it. Let's start again and think then how this area here would be solved. Given that this block definitely has to be on, and this has to have 2 matching. So I suppose we could do this at the start. And then do what we did before. Does that work? Yes, that's how you do it. Okay, that's another set of puzzles solved. What have we got over here? These are more conventional puzzles. So most of the puzzles in this game, you don't have to trace a path on the floor. You just click whichever cells you want to have on and off, which is how this one works. We have this diamond here is on, and this diamond is off. Because it has a dotted line around the edge, I can't change it. This is forced to be on, this is forced to be off. So it could be that this one is on, and then this is a pair, and this is a pair. Or it could be that this one is on. But then if I think about how this one would connect to this one, it would cut off this one and this one. But that doesn't work. Therefore this one has to be on. This one has to be off. Then that means that this yellow one here is already part of the same area. We have to include another yellow diamond. If we include this one, it's broken because now we've got 3 yellow diamonds and we can only have 2 per area. So this is definitely off. We could do that. That is a thing that works. This one would need to match with another yellow, which could be that one. However, because this white one is on, the other white one is definitely on. And then we need to think, how would this yellow actually connect to another yellow? We see how it would connect to this one. But then when we try and connect the 2 white ones together, we end up with this yellow in the middle of nowhere. So that actually doesn't work. So I think the white ones need to be part of the same region, like this, and then this yellow goes all the way around to connect to that yellow. Then we have something like that. There we go. Oh wow, 5 different colours to work with. This one is on, that one's off. That one's on, that one's off. Okay, this one is on. If this one was also on, then any line connecting these two couldn't possibly allow this black one to connect. So this one must be off. This one is also off, which means this one must be on. Because this one and this one have to connect to each other. There's no way these two black ones connect to each other because it's locked off. And this black one can't connect to this black one because this is on, so that would have to be on, and then this is off. So that's off, that's on. So this has to connect to this. Let's draw that in something like that. So that's off. So probably just these two are both off as well. This is all off. This white one is on and this white one is on, which means that these two areas need to connect. These two purples need to be in the same region, whether that's on or off. If it's off, then this yellow is a bit stuck, because how does it connect to any of its friends? I think they both need to be on. How are we doing? Okay, we still haven't connected to this green. And then we are almost done, except the two whites can't see each other. Do that. There we go. Harry says, 800,000 FPS is not the fastest that they can film. Recently, Gavin posted a video of 1 second on Miller's Planet from Interstellar. It is 17 hours long, recorded at 1,472,688 frames per second, at a resolution of 640 by 64. That is quite an achievement. I don't even want to think about the technology that goes into doing something like that. Okay, this white one is forced to be on, this white one is also forced to be on. This one is forced to be off, which means that one is forced to be off. This one, so this has to be on, otherwise how does this white one ever go anywhere? And then that black one is on, these two black ones are off. This needs to come out this way. And then it needs to go searching for this white one, one of these green ones, we don't know which, and also a black one. That yellow is on, that yellow is off. Is there any universe in which this yellow connects to that yellow? Or is it going to be that yellow connecting to that yellow? Tivago says the slow-mo guy's channel was started just to get a green card so he could make dumb videos with Rooster Teeth. Well, I think it turned out to be a pretty good idea, all things considered. Right, what are we doing here? This white one obviously comes out like that. And we're aiming for here. But it can't go round this green one, otherwise that green one is never going to connect to anything. So we might as well say it goes through that green one. So these are all off now. This path has to get up here somehow. Let's just put in something that takes it there, like this, and then include a green on there. That now breaks yellows. So we can't go that way. We would have to go round more like this in order to fit the yellow in. But now these greens are separated from each other, so I think maybe what we're doing with the greens is wrong. If we do... If we do that... Okay, this green one... Oh, that green one's not happy because it connects to two green ones. That. And then that. Okay, these two green ones are still not happy. Oh, because this black one. We could do that to pair up the black ones. Right, now the green ones are happy. These black ones are not happy because this one needs a friend. You can be friends with that one. Actually, no. I need to think about how these black ones work. This one is on, these two are off. This one can't possibly be off because then it makes a 3. So that needs to be on. If we went here, this yellow would be blocked, so we have to not go there. Unless the yellow is on. Oh, the yellow could be on. We don't include that black. Okay, we're not far off. Oh, this black is stuck. Can't get to it. That. Okay, now the blacks are happy apart from these two. That. This yellow needs a friend still. How do we get the friend for this yellow? There's some world in which we have a hole here to connect these two yellows up. That yellow would still have to go with that yellow. That green would need to go with someone. These two yellows would need to connect. Oh, but that ruins the greens. Feel like we were probably closer to a solution before. Let me undo everything except the things I know are forced. We know that that's forced to be on. This is forced to be off. This is forced to be on because the... this is actually not forced. Forced as far as there. That's forced because this black has to connect to something. Forced because this black has to connect to something. That's forced because this yellow has to connect. Am I reasoning this right? Yeah, that has to be on, definitely. And that has to be off, definitely, because these three are all forced. Yeah, all of this is actually forced. And then that has to be there. Which means that has to be there. Which means that has to be there. And so on and so forth. That has to be there. That has to be there. Has to be there. Means that has to be there. Which means that has to be there. And so on. So that black definitely has to connect to that black. That's the only way that ever works. Multibago and Harry are still talking about slow-mo filming. Considering slow-mo guys is still going and Rooster Teeth was shut down by Warner Brothers this year, I think it worked out well for him. Multibago says, I wonder how big that file is. Well, hopefully less than 1.9 petabytes, otherwise they can't store it. Right, this is now forced to go here, which means it's forced to go there. So we've sort of done that one. That has to keep going. That still has to keep going. This is turning out to just be a bunch of lines, isn't it? That has to go there, that has to be there, so that has to... this is actually not forced to be in a particular place now. So this is where it gets interesting. Although we do still need to connect this white to this white, definitely. And yeah, it's not like that because then this yellow is cut off. And because this one is forced on, there's no like going all the way around. I think it actually does have to be along here. Which means that this area doesn't necessarily have a black. This black could be on. We know that that black is on or off. We know that this black is off because if it's on, then this green one is stuck. So that's definitely off. So these two are together. And so we have these two being off. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which are definitely on, and 1, 2 which are off. So in order to balance the number that are on and number off, that has to be on. Hello, ex Darkness Queen 31. Welcome in. Thank you so much for following earlier today. I did briefly pop into your stream earlier today. I'm afraid I wasn't able to hang out for very long because I was with family, as I've been all Christmas. But I hope you are well. And I suppose I should do a shout out, really. Go. You only just finished. Oh, you did a long stream today then. You want to... I don't have any strong rules against self-promotion. Anyone who wants to like advertise their stuff within reason is fine. We are playing Taiji right now, which is a puzzle game. Split into these individual grid-based puzzles. And this one is causing me particular difficulty. The first part of the stream, we were really just chatting. I was chatting with my viewers. And then I decided to actually try and do some puzzles. And turning out that that's actually surprisingly difficult. I don't know why I decided to be a puzzle game streamer. Right then. Okay, either this one or this one is definitely needed because this green needs to connect. We can actually say for certain that this green is off because we've got 3 greens that are off. Never played or heard of this game. Oh, I should do a proper Steam link to it for anyone who's interested. If I can get Steam to load, that is. Steam is having bit of an off day, it would seem. So yeah, the game is called Taiji. It is on Steam. It is currently 30% off in the sale. Here is the link to it. And it's a puzzle game. It's a bit like The Witness, if anyone has heard of that, which is another puzzle game, except that one is 3D and this one is just 2D. And how it works is you are on an island solving puzzles. This is the main part of the game is actually quite nice scenery to wander around and explore like this. But we have beaten most of the game, and we've just got this little bonus area which has some extra hard puzzles in it. You're lurking while you get food. No problem. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to redeem your flower of the day for 10 channel points, you are welcome to. In fact, I haven't kept mine. How many flowers of the day do I have? Only 12. I never redeem it on my own stream. There are some people with hundreds now. Okay, I feel like we must be close to solving this now. This one, yeah, this is on, and we need to get to. Now that we've established that all these greens are off, we do need to connect these two. We can't connect them like that. That's going to not work. This is very, very close. Actually, is it just that? No, because that breaks those. Yeah, it must be something very close to this, because only two things are out of place. But I can't just turn that on because it breaks the diamonds. Hello, Leia! Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming Sweet Chestnut as your flower of the day. Hope you are doing well. We are oh so close. There we go! Oh so close to solving this Taiji puzzle. And enjoy your luck, Leia. Ren says, Gertrude just isn't here that often. Won't be getting VIP anytime soon. I won't. You can't give yourself VIP as the broadcaster. The broadcaster role overrides the VIP role. Same as moderator. You can't be VIP if you're moderator. If you want to get the most roles, you have to try and become artist, because you can be artist and VIP and subscriber. That's the most things you can be at once. Okay, we seem to have a little mini set of puzzles here. Just need to put 2 diamonds in each region. Like that. Okay, 2 black ones need to share. So this. 2 yellows need to share. This green needs to get somewhere as well. So maybe it. Okay, it's not that because yeah, that. The 2 yellows need to share. The 2 blacks need to share. Can they share with each other? Really, no, not quite. Then. Oh. Nice of them to throw in a few easy little puzzles as well. Where have we not been yet? Ooh. This looks very much like the back of someone's head, which is a bit disturbing. These look like extra difficult puzzles. I might come back to those at the end. Let's go over here first. More small ones. Okay, match 1 of each of those. Also match the diamonds. about... close. Do this one. Yes. Hello, blushing sunshine. You seem enthusiastic to see me. Hello. Sorry I haven't seen any of your streams recently. I watched you a lot when you were doing Core Keeper, and then I haven't really been around since then. I did see you did one of your ridiculously long sleeping streams at one point. I hope you're well. I unfortunately have a bit of a cold, so I'm not speaking as much as I perhaps otherwise would be. Blushing Sunshine says, I had a cancellation and saw you were live and wanted to come say hi. This looks cute. Hi, Blushing Sunshine. Let me give you a shout out. Blushing Sunshine is a cozy streamer. She likes to do really long streams, like 70 hours, but she does sleep during them. She's not awake for that long. And she did play Core Keeper.
14-14-1-4. One for you, one for me.
90 hours, Sunshine. Okay, that's impressive. Did your connection to Twitch actually stay up that long, or did you have to restart a few times? I can't imagine my internet would be up to that. Yes. So I had great fun playing Core Keeper with Sunshine on her stream. It was around the same time, slightly before, I was streaming Core Keeper myself. And she did actually come and join us on my stream once. But I'm really glad I did that, because I think that's what encouraged me to stream it myself in the first place. And then we had that awesome base that Harry and Teabagger helped me build. Wow. All the cool people are showing up at the same time. Did you guys plan this amongst yourselves, or what? The problem now is I can't shout out everyone at the same time, because shout outs have a cooldown. Verdsky, first of all, thank you so much for resubscribing. Verdsky says 14-14-1-4, one for you, one for me. There's no way, that must be a typo. There's no way it's 14 months already. What am I doing with my life? Verdsky, thank you for your continued support. It means so much to me. And thank you for the sparkly hug that you're giving us there. And hello also to Nespa. Thank you for redeeming your flower. And if you're lurking, then enjoy your lurk. Sunshine says, how yeah, it is a cool party. Yes, Verdsky and Nespa, both awesome streamers, both Canadians, which is why I think they might have conspired to show up at the same time. I mean, all Canadians know each other, right? We've established that that's true. Just all Canadians are friends with each other. Thank you, mods, for doing a shout out to Verdsky. Verdsky is a best crossword streamer. She starts every stream with a crossword. I'm usually asleep before they finish it, but it is a load of fun. And then she does gameplay after that. And it's a nice contrast for me, because in the UK, most of the crosswords are cryptic crosswords, which is completely different to how Americans do them. And I never really get to do American-style crosswords anywhere else. So when on the occasion when I am up late enough to hang out with Verdsky, it's always nice to do the crossword. My parents have tried to get me to do the cryptic crosswords and take them more seriously, but I don't know. I think my mind just doesn't work the right way to solve the cryptic definitions. Cryptic definitions, I mean, I admire the cleverness that goes into them, but at the same time, it does feel like the setter showing off how clever they are with wordplay. More so than creating an interesting puzzle, but maybe that's just me. I have nothing against people who enjoy them. And Nespa, as her name suggests, plays Nintendo games, especially NES games, all on original hardware. And has been having a lot of fun with, all sorts of things. We had the original NES pinball, we had Zelda, we had DK, we've had Diddy Kong Racing recently, we had Mike Tyson's Punch Out. We had all kinds of weird and wonderful things. And I cannot recommend them enough. And yes, hello fellow Canadian, says Vertsky. Leia says it's a pretty small country, we all know each other. Yes, Leia, another Canadian. In fact, I think at this point there are more Canadians than non-Canadians in my chat. Maybe I should start doing my streams later so that they can hang out at a more appropriate time for them. But unfortunately, sleep is a thing that I must have. Nespa says, thank you, Gertrude. I am without audio at the moment. Look to the Nespa. I just explained your stream and said it was cool. And all games you play. Thank you for the balloon of Nespitude. Thank you for balloon of Nespitude. A long time ago, Blushing Sunshine said she thought this game looked nice. Yes, I do like the scenery in this game. I appreciate all the botany and plants that the game has laid out for us. But the focus is on these little screens with puzzles on them. It is a puzzle game. And today's stream, most of the Taiji streams, to be fair, I think... this game could have been half the number of streams that it actually was, because it's been half puzzle solving and half chatting. Last Taiji stream in particular was like mostly chatting. Verdsky has redeemed drink water. I'll do that then. Thank you. Oh, a sore throat at the moment. Blushing Sunshine, thank you for redeeming your flower. I always forget my flower, says Sunshine. Well, easily done. But you have a yellow horned poppy. A cute mix of puzzle and pixels. That's a nice way of putting it. Sunshine says, I have enjoyed watching your shelves fill up with more things. Yes, I know I'm just a tiny face cam in the corner, but... sharp-eyed viewers might have spotted Madeline and Badeline from Celeste, which I was playing a couple of months ago. They just arrived today. For some weird reason, the official Celeste plushies are only available in America. The European merch store has some merch, but does not include plushies. And you know, who has merch that doesn't include plushies? It's just silly. So I had to order them to be shipped from America, and they got here finally. And I'm very glad they did, because I have sort of started building up mementos to the games I've played. We've got the Dwarf board game. We've got Egg Potato Man from Monsters Expedition. That is on my list to play, says Sunshine. I mean, it is an amazing game. It is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best platformer ever made. But it is very hard. I should warn you, if you're not used to platformers, as I wasn't. It does take some getting used to, but I managed to beat the game. I didn't think I would actually beat it, and I did. I'm impressed that I managed to improve my platforming skills as much as I did. I didn't 100% it. There are some sort of optional extra difficult levels. I didn't manage to beat all those, but I beat the main part of the game. I won't spoil anything for Sunshine since she's going to play it. I am considering possibly playing some levels from a collaborative mod that's been made for Celeste called Strawberry Jam, which features some really, really, really hard levels. But I would just play the easiest ones and then leave it there, I think. Verdsky says, I must lurk for a moment. I'm cleaning my desk. We'll be back. Going to wash my mouse pad though. Okay, enjoy your lurk, Verdsky. Send Verdsky a lurk. Thank you for stopping by, as always. Ooh. Right, I can't put it off any longer. Let's try and solve some puzzles. So the little flower symbol means that all the surrounding tiles must be different. So let's say this one is off. Then these must all be on. And then that means these must all be on. This symbol means all adjacent symbols must match. So those have to be on. And then the two diamonds have to connect. So the answer is that. This one, the white diamonds have to connect. We have this interesting situation. We did come across this before. I think it only mattered once or twice in the main game. If you have a diamond and you have a flower symbol that has both colours on, the diamond can match with either of the colours. So this yellow diamond needs to match with this or this. So that should work. Oh, but that needs to be different. Oh, that needs to be different, which means it can't match with the diamond. That's interesting. Yeah, so we need that, actually. And then two of those need to be different. And then two of those need to be different. Oh, this is actually not as easy as I thought it was. Okay. Possibly we have to go that way. And then these two have to be different. And that. Oh no, because then the yellow diamond has two yellow things on its path. I did not think of that. There we go. Okay, got there in the end. Right, what area can we go to next? I don't want to do these middle ones. I feel like these middle ones are sort of the final boss of this area, because they're in the middle. There were some other puzzles. Yeah, there were these ones. These are puzzles where you have to walk on the solution. This is everything is just an area of one. So isn't this just trace out a path that fills the whole thing? Oh, I see. And if you try that, it doesn't work. So guess I can leave a 1 in the corner and that's still a valid solution. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. No, that still leaves 1. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, how do I ever not leave this one and this one next to each other? Like that. That's how. Okay. What's over here? Oh, more dice puzzles. Okay, we might do these first then. Blushing Sunshine says your brain is beautiful. I mean, I guess that makes up for the rest of me. Blushing Sunshine is looking. I mean, yeah, it's puzzle games are not for everyone, and that's that. Nobody should feel like they're not intelligent just because they don't understand a particular puzzle game. Like everybody has different types of intelligence. Everyone is smart in different ways. Plus, I've been playing this game for like 6 streams now, so I'm used to how these work. I had the same reaction, Sunshine, the first time I saw the puzzles. It doesn't help that this game doesn't actually explain the rules of the puzzles at any point. It's like The Witness. It's one of these rule discovery games where you have to. Part of the puzzle is figuring out how the puzzles work. So there was plenty of this and plenty of crying. No, stop cute, says Sunshine. No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you. Have I got any more of those? I think that's all of them. No, anytime somebody calls me cute, I'm ready with my army of Uno reverse cards. Oh, sorry. I just got a Discord notification. Harry tried to translate LT Bago's Cthulhu summoning into Welsh, and it just came out the same. It looks like it should be Welsh because there is a bunch of consonants and there's no vowels and then there's just a W. But Welsh doesn't put apostrophes in the middle of words like that. That's usually a sign of a made-up language. Oh, Harry has an Uno reverse that I don't have. Because my Lana sub has expired. Because I haven't made it to any of her streams this week. Oh, the extension automatically picked Welsh. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm not the only one who thinks Cthulhu language looks a bit like Welsh then. I mean, the two languages have a lot in common. They're both spoken by LT Bago. The reverse has been reversed exactly, Sunshine. How he has cancelled out my reverse. Lana hasn't streamed since. No, I realise Lana hasn't streamed since before Christmas. Hopefully we have another Panda stream soon. I like how the section is a lady's face, says Sunshine. You're right, actually. I hadn't noticed that. Is there another? Oh, there's another one on the other side. Oh, that's cool. There's another one here. And then in the middle there are puzzles to solve. Oh, that's a small puzzle. Oh, is this going to be like progressively larger puzzles? Oh, that's cool. And then the last one is going to be a giant puzzle the size of the whole thing. Okay, I'll probably solve that last because I think that's going to be the hardest. Let me solve these side ones first. Okay, that needs to be 2, that needs to be 2. That needs to be 6. Is that possible? Not really, because that's 5. Okay, Emma is already confused. What about 3 and 3 and then 2 2s? Oh, because now that's not 3, that's 2. Okay, this puzzle is there we go. Divango says the other puzzle you skipped was a head too. Yes, there seem to be a lot of heads in this section of the game, which is a bit disturbing. She's on with Brute at the moment. Oh, Brute Force is streaming at the moment. Okay. That explains why no Lana Strim, because there is Brute Strim. All makes sense. Ah, collab stream between Lana and Brute. Well, if they're still going when we finish, I shall raid in there. Sorry, just Brute Force has added some of Lana's channel point redeems to his stream, so I'm just redeeming Bombastic Side Eye over there. It had to be done. Yeah, well, if she's still going by the end of this stream, I'll raid in. Okay, so this needs to be 3 and 3, but it probably needs to be a 6, right? So like that. Oh, but that's on, so this all needs to be off, so that needs to be on. It needs to be a 2. Is there any way that that 2 connects to this 3? Probably not, right? Because then that would have to be there, and that would break everything. We wouldn't want to break everything. We could just break some things, that would be better. These two are actually forced because this 1 needs to be a 1 on its own. These twos can't share with each other, so this has to be different to this has to be different, so that has to be on. It can't touch that, so that has to be on. That has to be. So then this has to go down here, actually. Okay. There we go. Okay, that was a tricky one. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have they just done it so that you can just draw a triangle and it works? Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't bother adding up all those numbers to check. You can just draw a triangle and it works. Okay, 6. That needs to be 7. A bit hard to see the pink on grey, but that is a 7 there. So that has to be on. That has to be off. That has to be on. So that has to be off. That has to be off, which means all these have to be on. In fact, all these have to be on, otherwise these ones just don't work. This needs to be a 4. And if we put one there, it's a 5. So we'd have to put one here instead. Now it needs to be a 7, and it's a 5. So we could put one here and then it's a 7. That works. However, we don't know if that's right yet. This 2, either there's one here or one here. Either way, this can't be off. If this is off, we've somehow got to get a 7 without touching one of these 2s, and that's impossible. So this is definitely on. And, I mean, there's only 5 here, so no matter what, it goes out this way. So it definitely comes as far as here. So that's probably a 4 with the 2 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that can't be on, so it'll be there. Makes 7. This can only be 4. This needs to be 6, but it can't touch this, so it's forced to go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, so that needs to go there, and then 5, and is this 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's 8. Wait. How do we... Oh, I can't count. Yeah, that. Okay, there we go. Okay, if these two are on, these two must be off. So these must surround. Actually, they don't have to surround. Now, when you've got two numbers the same colour, they can share. So like this could be a 4 and a 1 to make 5. Oh, but it can't be because it would then be the same colour as the white. Never mind. Okay. These have to be on then. This is... If this is on, it would have to go like that. And then the 5 would go like that. And then the 4 is broken because that's 5. Oh no, that's 4. That still works. But then that's... Yeah, that doesn't really work. So maybe the 3 doesn't go like that. Maybe the 3 is off and goes this way. No, now the 4 is broken for a completely different reason. Okay, this is a weird one. I don't understand what we're doing over here. 3. Okay, it can't be this shape. And it can't be that shape. And I don't see any other shapes it can be. It can't share with the 4 because you'd have to go past this green one. And no matter what you do, you can't ever... A region is never correct if it has 2 different colours of dots in it. This 5 can't share with the 1 because they're forced... This is forced to be off, this is forced to be on because it's got the dotted line around it. That's too many for the 5. That works for the 5. That doesn't. That doesn't. Yeah, I just need to find something that works for the 5 and the 4. That's going to be my starting point here. Unless the 2 4s... maybe the 2 4s combine to create an 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's 9. Never mind then. We get that down to 8. That's 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Emma can count to 8. Hooray. Now we just have the problem of this 4, which is still broken. No matter what we do here. Oh, unless we do that. There we go. Thank you, Harry. Right. This can't be on, that can't be on, because it would cause the 2 different colours to merge. So that has to go that way, and then it has to either stop or merge with this. If it stops and makes a 2, there's not enough space to make this a 7. So the 2 and the 7 have to merge to make 9. So we have to have 9 tiles highlighted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How does that work? Oh, actually, no. If we put these on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Okay. We put these on and then we leave these ones all off. That's how we do it. In which case, these have to connect. So that has to be a 4. These have to connect. So that has to be a 4. And then that's a 5. Okay. We have completed the left face of this puzzle mountain. How does this work? Oh, is this one we can start anywhere? Oh, that's interesting. So most of the puzzles of this type, you have to start in a particular spot, including this one. You see there's one tile that's popped up above the others. That's where you have to start the path. This one, it seems like I'm allowed to start the path anywhere. So I guess there's one particular place where you can solve it, and you have to start there. I think it's just that. Yes. Okay. Same with this one, it looks like I can start anywhere. If I start here. Yeah, there we go. And, oh, this one is interesting. Right, so it's a 4x4 grid, but there's 2 tiles missing, so there's 14 tiles. And those dots add up to 5, 9, 11, 13. So we need to push down all except one of the blank tiles in order to solve this puzzle. How do we push down all of the tiles except one? I think we just do this. Okay. So that's those done. Then we've got the right hand head, which seems to be a lot bigger than the left one. Not sure why the right hand one has harder puzzles, but it does. Maybe we should attempt this one next. Right, where do we start with this? Oh, well, this 6 is off and this 9 is on. So this 6 has to come out from round here one way or the other, and it can't merge with this because that's on. These ones are all on, and this 9 is off, so they can't combine. I don't think these 4s can merge with these 1s. If we did that, that would be, if they merge, that's 8, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, so there's no way they ever combine. So these 1s are all on their own, which mean that the surrounding tiles are all off. So every one of these tiles is off. And then there's only 9 tiles left in this region for this blue 9. So that goes there. This 3 already has 3 off tiles, so these all need to be on. This 2 is off. This tile can't be off, otherwise these 2 regions connect, so that's on. These have to be on because the 4s need to get out. This 6 is either 1, 2. Oh no, yeah. This if this tile was off, then the 6 would escape. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that would be wrong. So that tile's on. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are definitely forced. Blushing Sunshine says, I must depart back to work. Sending love and hugs. Feel better soon. Thank you, Sunshine. I will try to feel better soon. And yes, everybody please go follow Sunshine. Even if you're not in her time zone, she streams at all sorts of random times of day. So she's usually on if you're looking for some... the times of day when no one's on, you can rely on Sunshine to be doing a stream. So... Have a good rest of the year, Sunshine. There's only 1.5 days left. And I see you again soon. That's definitely on. This tile may or may not be part of this 6, depending on how this tile is. But let's say we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, this one has always got to be on, whether this is on or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 actually has to be there, which means that has to be. Which means... oh, this one is off, and... Could this one theoretically connect to these 3s? I don't think so. these would be 12, but they'd have to connect together. And they'd have to get round the 4. So actually, yeah, there's no way these 3s all merge together into a 12 and touch this 1. So that is actually needed. So either this tile or this tile is on. Because this 1 is on and this is off, and these 4s can't reach here because the 6, 7, 8, yeah, that doesn't reach. These are all off. So this 3 already has a tile next to it that's definitely off. If we tried to say this one was off and then surround the 3, this 3 would be completely broken. So we can't say that that one's off, so that has to be on. So the third tile of the 3 is either that one or that one. Which means that these 2 clues connect. So this is actually a 6. This one has to be on, otherwise the 2 regions crash into each other. We put this on, that's a 6. I don't think it's forced. But if... no, it is forced, because if we want to have fewer than 6 here, we'd have to do that. And then we'd have to come out, and then we'd touch the yellow. So it is forced to be just 6 here, so that. That would break the 4, so the 4 goes there. Meaning these are all off. That completes this 3, meaning those are on. This 2 completes, meaning that's off. This 3 can't touch this 5, so that's on, which means this 4 is complete, which means these are both off. That 3 has to come this way, that's now off, so these are all on. This 5 is going to be broken if it's off, so we'd better turn it on. Actually, no, if we turn it on, it's broken, because that's 6. How does that work? Oh, no, sorry, we can do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't look like it's going to work, but I guess it does. They wouldn't design the game this way otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is okay. This needs to be 9, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Wait, no, something's wrong. Oh, this is still not 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this... no, this is wrong. This 2 is not 2 tiles. What have I done wrong? I guess we are 2 hours into the stream, judging by that. This must be almost right. Look how close we are. This has to be off, so we need an area of 9. 1,
Yellow
2, 3, 4, 5,
rock
6.
fume wort, pseudo fumariah lutea.
This is an area of 9, isn't it? Why are you flashing? Oh no, that tile is on. Okay, so we need to block out one more tile from this area. Right, it's just this 2 that's broken now. Oh, that works. There we go. Okay, these puzzles are getting hard. I mean, not hard. I like this sort of puzzle where you can logically work through it step by step to arrive at a solution. I like it that it's that and not just trying different things until something works. I think I mentioned this idea when we were doing The Witness and also earlier in this game. There are puzzle games where you can logic your way from start to finish and find out the solution, and there's puzzle games where you just have to try things until something works. And I think the first type is more fulfilling. Right, let me temporarily put blow high down so that I can drink some water. Oh, yeah, it's starting to hurt. I might have to cut this stream short. But I did promise this would be the last Taiji stream, so I'll try and do as much as I can. Stretch and read from botany book, and the plant today is yellow corridor. An interesting one. Oh, stretches. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Oh. Welcome to Emma says ow. She didn't stretch enough today. Altibago says, don't worry about cutting short. We care more about your health than finishing a game, silly. Well, no, the game's more important. What sort of a gamer are you? I know what you're saying, and I appreciate it. Okay. Yellow corydalus, also known as rock fume wort, Pseudofumaria lutea. So this is actually quite commonly planted. It likes to grow on walls, especially limestone walls. So you see a lot of it around, and quite often it was planted in a garden to start with. But walls, by their nature, tend to be dividing between things. So the wall that it's the side, it might hop over to the other side of the wall or make its way along the wall, and then it's not growing in the garden that it started in. So it's very common to find it just sort of on random walls. Right, where was that? Here we go, yellow corydalus. So it's not a native plant, but it is a widespread garden escape / garden intentional. People like to plant things. What I found, especially in rural areas, people like to plant things outside of their property to make the on road verges and stuff. People just sow plants on road verges because they want to make the road verges pretty. And so it becomes difficult to distinguish deliberate introductions from things that have escaped from gardens into the wild. If something's just sat on the side of the road, it's not near any houses. Was it put there, or did it find its own way there? Sometimes it's impossible to tell. But if you know it's been there for years and years, then you usually looking for a good picture. One that shows the leaves as well as the flowers. This is a good close-up of the flowers. And this is a good one of the leaves. go. Unsurprisingly, flowers are yellow. They're sort of long and tube shaped, and they sort of dangle down. And yeah, usually found growing out of a wall. And I think the one on the right is actually taken on a quite distinctive leaf shape. So even in the winter when it's not flowering, you can often identify it from the fact it's growing out of a wall with that shaped leaf. There's not really anything else it could be. Matcha Catcher has added the quote, "Welcome to Emma says ow." Yeah, Matcha Harry has been adding a fair few quotes now as well. Can't believe we're up to 32 of them already. Yellow Corydalis. A perennial herb, commonly cultivated and widely naturalised in Britain, less so in Ireland. It is most frequently found rooted into the crevices of old mortared walls, pavements and other masonry, and on brick rubble and stony waste ground. Once established in an area, it can quickly colonise new sites. Generally lowland, but reaching 570 metres at Hartside Quarry. It was being grown in Britain by 1596. It was first recorded in the wild in 1796 and became widespread in the early 1800s. It has significantly increased its range in the last 60 years. So its range correlates fairly well with population density, as escaped plants, naturalised plants usually do, which is to say it's widespread in England, more scattered in Wales and Scotland, and even more scattered in Ireland. Does seem to be interesting. The book says generally lowland, but then gives some examples at altitude of it growing. I say altitude, 570 meters. Altitude by British standards. But then looking at the distribution, it does really seem to avoid any and all high ground. So perhaps the Hartside Quarry is just a particularly sheltered rock face or something that it's been introduced on and it's persisted there. By the nature of quarries, because a quarry is a hole dug into the ground, the sides of a quarry tend to be more sheltered than you would get in, you don't naturally get a big hole with steep sides occurring in nature. I mean, limestone you might do, but you don't usually get an environment as sheltered as like a disused quarry. You'd either have a cliff face, which is actually really exposed, or something like a gorge, like Cheddar Gorge. The wind can still rush through the gorge. So plants can be more tolerant of the elements in a quarry than they can be outside of it. And obviously, I'm torn about quarries, because on the one hand it does create more of a fairly rare habitat, which is to say rock faces. But on the other hand, in order to dig the quarry in the first place, you've often scooped up a load of nice habitat of some other sort that had nice plants in it. And even disused quarries are generally too dangerous for botanists to actually go into and see what plants are there. And obviously active ones are. So, yeah, not sure how to feel about them. Not sure how to feel about the fact that half the Mendip seems to have been quarried away. Let me bring up the distribution map for Yellow Corydalis, so that you can all see it. Corydalis. I'll do just the 2-kilometer records. Maybe there's enough of them that you can see on the map. Pretty strong correlation with population density, as you would expect from garden plants. Lots in London, Birmingham, other cities. Cambridge is always overrepresented on these maps because it is very, very well botanised. And to a lesser extent, North Somerset, where I live, is also unusually well botanised. Not just because of me, but I have played my part in that. And so it's probably like... This is North Somerset, this is South Somerset. It's probably this common in Wiltshire as well, it's just there hasn't been as much botanical recording in Wiltshire. So you can probably imagine most of this area being about this dense. And then, yeah, the much lower population in Wales, Ireland, and Scotland. To be fond of it in Newcastle as well. Quotes really stacking up. The quotes are getting traction, says Matcha. Let's yes, the classic quote. Something that I say almost every stream. Anyway, that was Yellow Corydalis. As far as I'm aware, this one doesn't have any fancy medicinal uses. Rock fumewort, I suspect, is just because it naturally grows on exposed rock. And fumewort is a whole family. There's a plant. There's another plant called fumewort. Just fumewort, not rock fumewort. Its other common name is bird in a bush, which is a lovely name. And that is closely related to Yellow Corydalis. Here's a picture of it. You'll notice similar shaped flowers, but pink instead of yellow, and also similar shaped leaves. Not exactly the same, but you can see the threefold symmetry in the leaf. So it's the same family. And that's called fumewort. So this being called rock fumewort makes sense. Don't know where the name bird in the bush comes from for that one. That might be a story for another day. Just checking. Wikipedia has... Now that I've seen... Wikipedia is very variable. Some, in terms of articles about plants, some plants it will have all kinds of interesting information. Others, it hardly has anything. It'll just say, you know, the taxonomy of it and else. Yeah, the Corydalis. Yeah, so the family it's part of. The family it's part of was originally Corydalis. So it would have been Corydalis lutea. It's now Pseudofumaria lutea. Been changed. And it's actually part of the poppy family. So you have fumeworts, Corydalis, what have you, and then that's a group within the poppy family, which is Papavericea. Okay. Does best in light shade with good moisture, but will tolerate both full sun and deep shade. It grows wild in cracks in old walls where drainage is excellent. Okay. So it needs good drainage. Which explains a preference for quarries. They always tend to be well drained. Says it's hardy to -34, so I'm surprised it's not more common at altitude. I wonder if it's just that people haven't planted it at altitude, i.e. it's a garden plant, people don't tend to live on top of mountains. Yeah, maybe it's actually nothing to do with the plant and it's just where people have put it. Altibago says, leaves are sometimes used in salads, sometimes used as herbal medicine for gout, it seems. Okay. Emma, disclaimer, this is not medical advice. If you have gout, please seek treatment by a medical professional rather than random leaves. The random leaves might work, but I'd still get the opinion of a medical professional first. Okay, I shall put the books back. Thank you for that, Redeem. There's very little data on how effective it is. I suspect they would have trouble finding a study group willing to try treating their gout with leaves instead of a more conventional treatment. Always a problem with some of the more pseudo-scientific medical treatments for severe diseases rather than... Obviously, if it's something mild, you can afford to do a study of see how effective it is. If it's something serious, you don't want to be in that the study group that has to use this quack treatment instead of the real thing to prove it doesn't work. So... El Timago says, thank you for the plants, a very pretty one. It is. We actually saw quite a lot of it when I was with Harry last month, although it wasn't really in flower very much, so we didn't get the full effect of it. Okay, back to Taiji. El Tibago says, I'll try and let you know if there's anything interesting usage and lore-wise, if there's any future. Yeah, I don't feel you have to. I mean, you're the one spending channel points for a redeem. You shouldn't then have to come up with your own information. That's not fair. But yes, I do appreciate it. Okay, looks like we have some more big puzzles to do. This one isn't quite as big. These corners are interesting because they are size 3 already. These two tiles are both forced to be off. Which means it can't be a 2 on its own. It's got to join with something else. And same with this one. This is an 8. So I think these two have both got to join with this for an area of size 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the minimum number of cells you could use to link them all together. And that is already 12. So I think that is actually required. That means this one has to be on. And all these have to be on. And this is a 1, so this is also now forced to join with something else. We have 9 here, 5 here, and the 1 for a total of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that one kind of solved itself, I think. This one can't match with any of these because they're forced to be off. It's forced to be on. So these are all off. This 2 can't match with either of these. So the 2 has to be on. Actually, the 2 has to come this way. So that has to be a 3. And it can't possibly reach this 3. There's no way that that reaches. So these are all off. This 3 has to come like that. That's the only way it will work. That's off. This has to be on because of the 1. So this 7 is now 1, 2, 3, 4 already. This 7 is 4, but there's more stuff up here it could be. This has to be on, otherwise the 7 and the 3 run into each other. This has to be on, otherwise this 7 and 3 run into each other. So the 3 has to go there. This area is now 7, so that's complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 of these, but we need to allow this 3 to complete, so it's specifically those 2. That one is off. That 6 must come out that way. One of these must be on for the 3 to be completed. It can't be this one, otherwise that would be a 4, so that's off. This 1 has to be on its own, it can't connect with any of that, so that happens. This 5 has to come out like that, so that makes 3. This 4 has to come out that way. This has to be 7. So if we completed the 4 like that, which seems reasonable, and the 5 like that, we would have to separate this 3 from this 7. So we either have to do that or that. If we do that, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we've got too many. And that's not enough. We need one more. We get one more. Oh, hang on, no, we can't do it like that because then this 3 is completely broken. Oh, actually, not necessarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, this could work. There we go. Phew. Almost got stuck there. Other puzzles do we have? Ah, we have some puzzles up here. Black and white puzzles, but different clue types. We have these rings. We know that the way they work is they need to offset dots in a dice clue. So this black one needs to pair up with this, making an area of 7. This needs to pair up with this, making an area of 7. And then we also need to solve the diamonds. So if we join these together, that's already 5. We can only add 2 more. This is no good, putting the white diamond in here, because there are 2 things with white, 2 white clues already. So that's not allowed. Hazel Azazel, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming least buried as your flower of the day. Thank you for being cute. And hope you're having a good day. I unfortunately have a virus that I picked up spending Christmas with family. Such is the way of these things. I should be grateful that they've stopped misgendering me now. I should be grateful for that. They're just giving me viruses instead. Everybody, I can thoroughly recommend Best Hazel as streamer. Where's the... Oh, it's... No, I don't want to start a shared chat. Why would I want to start a shared chat, especially with Hazel? She's not streaming at the moment. Sorry, Twitch was just letting me know that the shared chat command was a thing. I think because I typed /sh to do shout out, it was like, oh, you must want our new shared chat feature. No, I don't. Because I'm not collabing with anyone. Especially not Hazel, because she's never live when I am. Hazel says, I was actually thinking of doing an impromptu stream because I want to keep playing my Pokemon Infinite Fusion game. Yes, I did see in your Discord, Hazel, that you were doing that. I hope it's going well. I haven't been able to watch any, but hope it's going well. And if you do start a stream, we could raid you later. It depends if Brute Force is still live at that point, because I think I sort of already promised I would raid him. But we'll see. I try to spread the love around with the raids. Hazel says, I'm sorry you're sick. I'm honestly amazed I didn't get sick this holiday season after being in airports, 18 hours on a train, holiday crowds, etc, etc. Yeah, no, I didn't have to go anywhere except my parents' house to be with family. It's just that some of those family brought a virus with them. And the person who gave it to them at a different family Christmas event knew that they had it and decided to show up with all these people anyway. Including some people who are immunocompromised, and so much. For me, it's just an annoyance, but for them, it's a lot worse. So I do wish people were a bit more considerate sometimes. We are, as you can see, back with the Taiji puzzles today. I think these 5 all have to be on. I don't see any other way this can work. And we can only have 2 more. It should probably be 2 black ones. Maybe those 2. And then something like that would satisfy the diamonds. But now this isn't satisfied because it needs to be 7 and it's only 5. So, is there any way we can sneak some more in there? We can't let a black diamond share with these 2 clues because be too many. We could let white diamonds share with this actually. We could do something like that for our 7 tiles. The problem then is how on earth do these black diamonds all work things out amongst themselves? This is close, it's just those that are unhappy now. Emma is panicking slightly. How does this work? I'm not necessarily forced to have white diamonds in here, actually. So that might be it. Yeah, that works for this clue as well. But now this white diamond is a bit lonely. Don't want a lonely diamond. Something's not right here. There must be something more forcing than this that I can use. These 3 diamonds cannot be together. But this one could be off and this on, or this could be on and this off. I don't know yet. About that. That's okay apart from the top blue. And we can take space away from the top glue by doing that. Oh, that's 8. Okay, that's just 1 tile too many. Oh, this. There we go. Okay, we got it. Panic over. Oh, blue on yellow. Interesting colour scheme. So that is off. This can share with at most 1 diamond. In fact, yeah, we have 6 diamonds, so if this is going to share with a diamond, then this also has to share with a diamond. We could share that with that and that with that. This is close, except that these areas need to be 5, not 4. And if we try to add a tile to this area, then we end up adding more than we wanted to. Hmm. You have other ways to draw an area of size 5 that might work. This satisfies some of the things, but not all of the things. Okay, that's happy, this is unhappy. Can we make it happy? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Okay, the white 4 and the black 4 definitely need to be on their own. If we were to make a 4 like this, that would be no good because 1 yellow diamond. Likewise, this would be no good, this would be no good because just 1 blue diamond. We can't get 2 blue diamonds in one area of size 4 that touches this corner. So the blue diamonds are excluded, so we need to have this corner and 2 yellow diamonds, which means going here or here. And then we need to block off the 2 from the other 2. We also need to constrain this to size 4. And this one has the exact same restriction as this one, which is that it can't touch a blue diamond. So this has to go into the middle, and this has to go into the middle. So they have to be opposite colours. So this has to be off if that's on. But then what? Well, that could actually go there, and then that could be on. And that could go there, and then that could be on. There we go. Okay, the line means the area, the region that the line is in has to be the same shape and size and position. Since this diamond is on and this diamond is off, this diamond either needs to connect to this one or this one. I can't imagine it's that one, so it's going to be that one. So we're going to have a shape something like that. Since this is off, that forces the shape to be off. So a shape like that. We can extend this like this. That there, that isn't part of. So as of right now, these two shapes are almost the same shape, except we need to put a cell there, which breaks everything. So we need to take that cell away. Which would give us this shape, except now we need to put that cell back again, so that doesn't work. Yeah, we have no resolution for what colour that cell would need to be. So what other option do we have? Yeah, there's no world in which this doesn't touch this, because the diamond has to go somewhere. We assumed it came that way, but maybe it comes this way, so then that would need to be off. We still need to connect to the diamond somehow. We can almost surround this without touching anything. We have to put a piece there and there, which we can replicate. Okay, good. And we have this dot can't touch these. Let's call that on. It doesn't really matter which is on, which is off. You can always flip the colours around and the solution is still valid. This 5, if it's these 5, then that would have to be on. Two of these would need to be the same, so these would both have to be on, and then it would break. So that doesn't work. We could put that one on, and this is now 5, so these would have to be on. That's still broken. Yeah, this has to be off. And there, then you get, if you try and make a 5 here, with basically this has to be off because of the 1. If you then force the 5 to be off, you end up having to turn these two on to make this flower clue work, and then the 5 only has an area of 4. The 5 can't be off, but we know it has to be off because it's next to this 1. So then we conclude that this has to be on. The only way it can be on is if it connects to this 5. So you'd have to have a shape like that, except that doesn't work, so it'd have to be that. Which almost works, except the 1 is unhappy. And we can't connect this 5 and this 1 because the other one's in. This solution is very close. It's only the purple one that's upset. You can't really see the purple on grey very easily, but this is flashing red, so that it's not satisfied. And this doesn't work because now this is broken. I feel like this must be close. It occurs to me that the whole thing is symmetric across this diagonal. Which is interesting because if we assume that this was on and deduced that that had to be off and that had to be off, then implying that this had to be on and this had to be on, implying that this had to be off and this had to be on, implying this had to be on. How on earth does that actually work? Oh, do we do this? Oh, it never occurred to me to do that solution. That's interesting. Okay, we've completed that set of puzzles. Oh, here's another one of these. I don't think I get the rule for these. I thought I got the rule and then I didn't. It's not just draw the white ones and then draw black ones in where the white ones would be. Apparently the solution is checkerboard for some reason, but I don't understand why this one has to be on and why this one has to be on. There doesn't seem to be anything indicating that. Oh well, we solved that somehow. What's down here? Oh, this area. Okay, let's do this area. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish them all this stream, and I did say this would be my last Taiji stream, so we'll at least try and solve as many as we can. I can do the final few off stream. Okay, these two shapes have to be the same exact shape, so do these two. I kind of want to put a block here to separate these, which means a block here. This shape can't possibly go beyond here, which introduces one there. There's also one here because of that. And I don't want this shape to go beyond this line, so I need to put one there, which puts one here, which then there'd have to be one here, which would break that shape. So hang on. What else do we miss? Could be that we were wrong to put this here. Oh no, we can't put one here. This has to be off. We know that, which means this has to be off. This has to be off, which means that this has to be off. Ren says, in the end, the dev revealed the rule after people complained. Oh, Ren, I believe, is referring to this puzzle. That's interesting then. I thought I knew the rule, and what I thought was the rule worked for every puzzle of this type in the game, except for 2 of them. And one of them I just solved by clicking around till it worked. And then this one I just solved now. I assume this is the last puzzle of this type in the game, because we're in the bonus area. So I was able to solve all of them without really knowing what the rule was. Maybe I'll look up after the stream what the rule was then. Below this is blank, so that has to be blank. This. I mean, we definitely need some way to cut these 2 areas off from each other. And we established that that one didn't work. We could try that tile, which is allowed. But then these 2 areas still touch each other. So this tile is necessary to stop this tile and this tile from touching. So no matter what we do, this tile has to be on, which means this tile has to be on. And now this region is going too far this way, and this region is going too far this way. So we have to stop both of those things. We could put a tile here, which would introduce a tile here and here. And tile here. Does that work? Yes, that works. Okay. Ren says, yeah, it was the same for me. That's the answer, but why? Oh well. Yeah, if you're making this sort of game and where you've got this rule discovery mechanic, you do need the rules to be, consistent and guessable and make sense, just so that people are going to guess them. I think the problem, where the dev went wrong with this, I mean, I don't know what the rule is, so I can't say for sure if it's good or bad. But the problem with this rule is there is a very obvious rule that works for almost all of the puzzles of this type in the game, but that rule is not the correct one. If you have a tutorial section for this type of puzzle and an obvious, easy to say rule works for all puzzles in your tutorial area, but that's not the rule, I think that's a bad thing. And that would be my one criticism of this game. I think everything else has been fine. The binary tree branching thing felt a bit similar to The Witness, but the way this game did it was completely different to how The Witness did tree branching, so I think it's fine. Okay, anyway. We have these 3 cells forced to be on, these forced to be off. The fact that this white bar is here means that has to be off, that has to be on. And then here, if we were to put this on, then that would introduce this as a requirement. I think that's okay, so let's proceed on that assumption. This would then have to look like that. Right, then we run into a problem, which is what colour do we make this cell? Can we make it this colour and do that? Probably not, I would imagine. It looks nice, but I think it doesn't count because these 2 bars are not equivalent. So the conclusion instead then would be that, I'm just going back to where I was. The conclusion would be that this is an off shape rather than an on shape, and then this has to be an on shape. We cannot go left of this, so this has to be on. So now it's looking like a plus shape. That looks promising. Can we just make everything be plus shapes here? Yes, we can. Okay. A weird rotating level happening here. Can everything just be a domino? Is it that simple? It is not that simple. Why is it not that simple? Hang on. Why are those two black pieces not equivalent? Oh, because you're not allowed to have different color diagonal bars can't stand in for the same piece. That is not actually allowed. Can't make some giant thing that has rotational symmetry, I don't think. We need to make a different shape with the white ones, other than domino. Potentially still domino for the black ones, we don't know. We know that white and black can never share a region, because white and black have to be different shapes, as you just saw. So because these white and black touch each other, we can say that one is one colour and one is the other. Actually, that one doesn't technically touch that one, but if this is anything other than a single cell, and it can't be a single cell, because if it's a single cell, this, you can't make this here, because that's not the same shape, because the bar's in the middle. So these have to be on. There's no requirement for this one to be on. They don't all have to be the same colour. If I make this shape, I don't think that ever works, because those are not the same part of the same shape. Unless it's that shape. Actually, no, even then it isn't. So I still think black is going to be a domino shape. This almost works, except for the part where it doesn't at all. Yeah, you can't make white anything other than a domino without making black be one single tile. And the white one be a single tile. And the black ones be something. I don't think so. Okay, the more I look at this, the less sure I am of what the answer would be. Almost make these into L shapes, but it obviously messes with the black one. I am not seeing an answer here, which is. I might skip this one and come back to it because I'm just not seeing how to even start that one. What's this? Okay, those two are off. These can't all be off, so that's got to be on. I got nothing, says Tibago. Yeah, you and me both. That works, right? Yeah. So the No, maybe I was wrong when I said these can't share a region. They can, but it's harder when if they can rotate. You've got to make sure they can't rotate to be the same region. Here, this white can never rotate to be the black. Yeah, this is allowed because it's a different shape. The problem is, yeah, this. What's the significance? If you've got one horizontal bar and one diagonal bar, I'm not sure if that ever came up before, because the diagonal means it's allowed to be a rotation, and the horizontal means it isn't. But if one's horizontal and one isn't, like, does that mean that this one is allowed to be a rotation of this one? Because that's equivalent to just saying that this one, this one can be a rotation of this one. Like, the two statements are equivalent. So how does the game decide which one to mark as a diagonal line? Isn't it arbitrary which one? And also, equally, you could mark both with diagonal lines. So there might be something here I don't understand yet. This works for the black bar. And then, yeah, okay. So it is the exact same shape. It's just this one isn't rotated. Strange way of giving the clue. Okay, since this is on, this has to be off, which means I think that this has to be on. Oh, but then that has to be on. Does that work? No. What if that? But also that. Also that. What if S pieces is what I'm getting at here, I think. Yes, okay. S pieces were the answer. Okay, that means that is required. That means that has to be off. This can't be on because this would break. So that, and then this is forced. This is like a W shape, so this would have to be a W shape. Now it's a whole zigzag. Okay, that works. Oh, this is an interesting one, because this is drawing a line, but we have to create 3 regions of the same size and shape. Can we create... Oh, no, I meant to start there. Can we create 3 dominoes like that? Maybe? Kind of looks like we should be able to. Yeah, there we go. To leave an extra tile there. I wonder if there's secret areas within the secret area. I think I did look for them briefly last time. I didn't find any. Secrets within secrets within secrets. Imagine that. Harry is going to bed. Good night, best Harry. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate you have to work tomorrow. I will be ending soon. I'm not going to go the full 4 hours today because I am not feeling great. But I want to get as many of these puzzles done as I can before I end. So let's see if I can at least do this one to finish off this section at least. Thank you, Harry. Have a good rest of the week, and I might see you on Friday, hopefully. Yeah, maybe this was like a hint that this needs a single shape to have both color of clue. types in the same region, but in different positions within that region. Still not sure what that would look like, though. Oh, he says it's just tomorrow, then I have the rest of the week off. Ah, that's good. Well, he should be able to join me on the Friday then, at least. Still doesn't shed any light on what shape this needs. Like, yeah, this white and this black one are now equivalent because they are the same position within this shape as this is within this shape. But this black is not in any way equivalent to that black. I don't know how I would make it equivalent to that black. What about a TP? So once again, that's equivalent to that, but that's not equivalent because it's the other side of the T. This is close, actually. There's only this and this that are unhappy. Hello, Liari. Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming Seaside Century as your flower of the day. Liari, I hope you're having a good day. Best penguin crossword streamer. I can't just say best penguin streamer because that might offend Izzy, and I can't just say best crossword streamer because that might offend Verdsky. But I can definitely say best crossword penguin streamer and unambiguously be correct. This solution almost works, but I can't see a way to make it work. And unfortunately, almost working is not good enough. We do need it to actually work. Hello, Auburn. Good to see you. Thank you for redeeming your flower of the day, which is a water pepper. Hope you are well. So many awesome people dropping by today. It's lovely to see you all. If that isn't part of that, but is instead part of that. That is part of that. Right, so that one and that one are happy again. This one... I don't think there's any way for that one to be happy now. This one can be happy if we do that. Yeah, I'm just not seeing what you're supposed to do on this one, to be honest. The closest I got was with the T pieces, but they didn't work. And as I say, being close is not really good enough. It needs to actually be correct. This is the closest I got. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was something like that though. This doesn't work for the this doesn't work for the white ones. It kind of looks like it might do, but these are actually mirror images of the crazy. It's funny that this is the only one I've been completely stuck on so far. And it's not even one of the most advanced puzzles. There must be something I'm missing. Hazel has indeed gone live. What other shapes even are a possibility here? That doesn't work because the two ends are not equivalent. That works. That doesn't work because it's a mirror image. Mm-hmm. How are those two black ones not equivalent? Why does this black clue not satisfy? Oh, because it's the same clue as the white one. Yeah, I get. That works for the black ones, but there's no way we make that black one the same. Then I'm then I'm back to the dominoes again. The dominoes almost works, except that the rule that you can't have the two regions be the same region. About that. Because then they're opposite. They're not opposite. Water Pepper, famously known for its using Dr. Pepper. Calling back to the marshmallow from last stream. Yeah, fun fact, marshmallow is actually a plant. Not used in the making of marshmallow the sweets. But it was once. I don't think Dr. Pepper has ever had water pepper in it. Oh, this has promise. Ah, there we go. Okay. It was trying. It was Tromino's 3-piece. But it's not obvious that the black and the white are describing different regions, but the black is like a left-handed one and the white is like a right-handed one. Okay, that required a lot of thought. Hello, Mac. Welcome in. Happy holidays to you too. I hope you've had a good festive period. I unfortunately picked up a cold from family, but apart from that, it's been alright. Good to see you. Hope you are well. We are very close to the end of Taiji. If there aren't any more hidden puzzles after this area, then there are 4 left over there and 3 left over here. And then some in the middle. Anywhere they're in the middle. 4, okay. There's only 11 puzzles left in the entire game unless I've missed some, which I... Don't tell me if I solve these, even more puzzles. I want to do this wall next. Okay, that has to be off. It has to go and join with the off diamond, so that has to be off as well. This has to be off because that's the only way this gets passed. That has to be on because it's the only red thing. This 3. Do now. Find more things as forcing. I don't know if we use this one or not. This one could be on, and we just go round it and match up with this one. If we did that, we would have to have the 3s be different colours. That would be a... obviously it couldn't be a 3 on its own because it hasn't reached the red one. Could these all combine? Would that be the right number of tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that is the right number to satisfy all the blue ones. That feels like too much of a coincidence. Then the 4 would need to be satisfied as well, which would be there. Yeah, this feels right. That and that. Oh, is that not right? Right. 3, 3, 4, and 4 is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it's 15 right now. So we just take that tile. There we go. Miscounted. This tile is off. And it needs to get to this diamond. So either this one or this one definitely needs to be off. And everything needs to be different. This tile needs to be different to all its neighbours. So that needs to be on. Which means that both these are off. And in fact, these are off. This needs to be different to this. So that's on. Needs to come this way. So that's on. This needs to have a path to this diamond. It can't go that way. So it needs to go that way. This is on because it has to match this one. This diamond, same logic here, but in reverse. So it needs to get to this one. It needs to either go this way or this way. Either way, one of these tiles is lit up. This clue means all the tiles have to be the same. So that's also lit up, and all these tiles are lit up. This is a 4. Oh, that has to be off. This is a 4, but we already have 6 tiles here, so it needs to join with something else. Don't know for sure yet if that tile is on. This 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is complete. It might potentially combine with something else. In fact, it has to combine with something else, because if it doesn't, we can't get to this diamond. This has to combine with something else. I think it has to combine with this too by doing that. So that area is now size 7. And if we add this 4 in, we can just about make it to the diamond. So everything else around that has to be closed off. This is now 7. If I add the 3, it's now 9, and we need 7. If I add the 4, it's now 10, and we need 11. So we can add one more tile, but then now it's size 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's 13, but we need 14? This is one too many, isn't it? Yeah, hang on. 5, 9, 12, no, 16. We need one more. Okay, there we go. Phew. What on earth is this? Okay, each of these needs to connect to its appropriately coloured diamond. These are just a fancy way of saying that the solution has to be rotationally symmetrical 4 ways. So it's going to be something like this. And then that, and that, that. It needs to be 9 tiles per... 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is 9. Okay, that was an easy one. Or maybe I just got lucky. So that's that area. Let me head back over here. This was an interesting one. This is like a puzzle. You solve the first extremely easy puzzle, and then you're given another puzzle that contains the first puzzle within it. And I guess you have to potentially go back and modify the first puzzle to allow you to beat the second one. That doesn't work because the colours can't share. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that works if you do that. Okay, 4 here being off forces that to be on, forces these to be off. We already broken something. So that doesn't work. Let's go back to the start, because we can solve this a different way. We can do that. Let's see if that's a better starting point. These both need to be off. Oh, that's interesting, actually. I think it's actually impossible to solve if you start like this, because I don't think there's a way to solve this now. I don't think there's a way to prevent these 2 6s from touching. Okay, that's good. At least we don't get too far down one path and have to backtrack. I think this is forced at the start. I don't know whether... well, actually, no. This can't be the only solution, then, to this, because... this 3... well, it could be that colour, but then this 1 is the same colour as this. And if this 3 is off, then if this is on, then it's only size 1. And if this is off, then these are forced off and it breaks. Actually, does it break? It could merge with the 6. So that would be a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is forced even if we close all this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 9. I don't know if it matters. This needs to be 4 though, which is more of a problem because that breaks it, and that definitely is more than 4. Do we have a way of solving this that allows this 4 to be more isolated? Yes, we can solve that by being light coloured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That still works. This can now be a 4 if we put one there. But we need to 3 work as well. Ren says I liked the combining puzzles here and in the ending area. Oh, here and in the ending area. Is this not the ending area? I thought this was the ending area. Or do you mean the ending area before the credits? Like the ending, the official ending that gives you the credits ending. Right, we have big puzzle now. Before the credits of the back directory. Yes, I get what you mean. Yes, I like those as well. So this 4, there's nothing this 4 could match with, so we need to close all of this off to keep it a 4. This 3 is awkward because we can add 1 here, add 1 here. That still works, but the 3 doesn't work. So is there an alternate way we can solve this bit? Actually, yes, we could turn that off, turn that on, turn that off, turn that on. That still works. Now the 3 is a 3 and the 1 is a 1. Okay, all good. This 2 needs adding to something. We could just do that. This needs a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that can be a different colour. Oh, and don't let that out into the outer rim. So that works. At this point, I'm at least confident that the earlier stages are correct. And then the final stage... this needs to be size 2. So Put something here and here, and that's a 3. But that 2 gets connected there, which is bad. Anything that does work in this layout, first of all. Oh, there's all this as well. So this can't possibly go beyond here and here. And it adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles, but it adds 16 to the total. So in other words, this area with all the blue clues in it needs to touch the edge somewhere. If it doesn't, then we can't add to it. I feel like we need to get a tile here and do like that with the 2, but now the 4 is broken. We can't have the 4 not be 4 in here because it has to be 4 at that stage as well. And there's no way it's matching with this because you can't connect the 2. There's not space. Look at what else is required. This. I don't think this can merge with this, can it? I don't think there's enough space. 9. This is all forced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is a 2. So yeah, that can't merge. That needs to do that. So that side is happy now. Being a 2. That's the only way we can make that a 2, I think. And then make that a 3 means breaking that. Okay, I think we have to try and get this to be on so that we can make it out of here, and then join this 2 and have all these can use these tiles. What I think we need to do. This needs to be a 6, by the way, so we can't use that to make that a 6. Oh, and we can't use that because that has to be separated. So that 6. For that to be a 3, we do that. Yeah, we just need some way to get this bit into the outer edge, somewhere other than just here. Like, this is close. It's only the blue that's not right, and it's only because there's no connection between the 2 blue areas. I think here we've made all the connections we can make. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't work because of the 4. The only other thing you could try was this. And that. That, which we already tried and it didn't work, didn't we? Yeah, because then this 3 was definitely impossible. So this is definitely not right because that 3 is impossible. So that has to be off for the 3. Then that has to be on, that has to be off, that has to be on. We could potentially turn this on. And yeah, that gives these blues an area to expand into. Okay, that's good. Right, this 2 is still not right. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, this 2. If I do this 2 is literally the only thing on the whole board that's not right, which is weird. What am I missing? If I try and make this 2 off, it doesn't work because the 3 has to be on. There's all these cells, and those cells have to be there because this 4, the 4 has to be a 4 in this grid, and it has to stay a 4 in this grid, and it has to stay a 4 in this grid. Says Emma. Am I missing something really obvious that would fix this too? If I'm missing something really obvious that would fix this too, you can say. I won't be offended. Only two solutions here, and we know the other one doesn't work. Here, we tried a solution with the 6 being dark, and it didn't work. And we've got one where it's light. And this is the only solution that works, because this can't touch... This can't touch those, because they've got... Sorry, this can touch these. These can't touch those, because it's got the yellow in it. So we can't do that. And then, like, just block off some of this. Like, there's no way that works. This is the only possible middle, I think. And once that middle is fixed, the position of this 4 is fixed, because this has to be on, because it's next to this 4. So the 4 has to go that way. It's the only way it can go. And that would be 5, so it doesn't work. The only other thing would be... We've tried putting one there, we know that doesn't work. We can't put this gap somewhere else because it doesn't connect to the 3 then. We can't put this gap somewhere else because then the blue doesn't work. If we leave off this one from the blue, then the 4 doesn't. What other choices do we have in this section then? If we choose to have that one be off, that doesn't work because the 3 has to be off because the only tile available to count towards it is there, which means the ones have to be on. 4 has to all be off. This tile we're free to change. Does that affect things? Means we can draw the 3 like that. Oh, that was it. Okay, yeah, I missed that this tile was free to change, so now that works. Okay, we solved this thing. So the only other puzzles in here that I'm aware of, I think, unless I walked past some, are these middle ones. On the back of someone's head. Okay, that is on and that is on. That is off. So this links, these link to one of these. And because this has to be rotationally symmetric, it can't be that. Because then this would have to bend down and this would bend, it wouldn't work. It would have to be that and that. And so this is going to do something and end up here, and this is going to do something and end up here. So this one needs to end up being off. So this needs to start being off. This needs to start being on. This tile is off. This tile is on. So there's only 2 black diamonds. So the black diamonds don't connect to other black diamonds, they connect to something else black. Probably these diagonal bars. these two yellow dots need to be on the same colour and connected. They are the only yellow things. If we set off this way onto the yellow one, and that's us up that way, I think we've broken it, because if we now go up here to get this yellow, then we've blocked this one off from ever getting its diamond. The button to toggle the shiny effect on these is not very reliable. So I think we set off this way, meaning that this one will eventually get the diamond and then come here. Meaning that this one will be here and then here. We can't go onto this 2 because that's not going to be size 2, whatever it is we do. That now comes down, that comes down. That can't go left, so it continues down, so that continues up. This needs to touch this diamond. And the fact that this is blank and this is blank means that's going to be filled, and we're going to have a shape a bit like this. But this can only be a branch because we eventually have to get here, and this is now blocking us off. So then we would need to branch this way and come down, which is like this branching this way and coming down. However, this has gone over a 1, so we need to move it around the 1 like that, which is equivalent to that. Except that this is a 3 and this is not a 3, so we need to make it a 3 by doing this. We are almost there, apart from all the bits where we aren't, because that would need to be filled in, that would need to be filled. Actually, that would need to be filled in. Now it doesn't work. Now the rotation is fulfilled. But the diamond is connected to multiple black things, and this is not a size 3 region. Other than that, it's about right. So we're probably close to the answer here. Is there any way that we somehow don't go here? I don't think so, right? Because then, yeah, this now solves everything except the black diamonds. Hello, Izzy. Best purple penguin, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your flower of the day, which is a dog rose. We are getting towards the end of the Taiji bonus levels. This is possibly the last 4 levels in the game, although I'm not certain about that. And they are probably all very hard. Certainly the first one is. Izzy, I hope you are doing well. How do I redeem this now that I've messed it up? I can't use that tile. That tile is forced to be off. I use that tile? Yes, okay. That's the answer to that one. This one. Okay. Where do we start? Well, we've got these dots. And the way that these dots work is they have to be offset against a dice face clue. There are 9 of them, and there's a 9 here. I think what that's trying to tell me is all 9 of those cells need to be part of the same region. Since we've got these clues here that say nothing matches, we can conclude that it looks a bit like that. What I don't know is if these are all on or all off. I believe they're all on because there's a black diamond here which is off, and if these were all off and these were on, this black diamond would be touching 10 other black things, which would be wrong. So I think these are all on. The diamonds could also both be on, and then we'd just have to link them. Actually, not necessarily. If I'm remembering correctly, I think the yellow diamond can pair with one of these clues. And these clues are saying there has to be 3 matching sides. And the only way we're getting this tile out of here is to go here or here. So at least one of these clues needs to be a lit up cell, on cell, which means that 3 of its edges need to be. Let's just start linking things up whilst also dividing everything into pairs of diamonds, because I know we'll need to do that. That diamond is somewhat on its own there. That's not going to work. Need to find it a friend. We're not allowed to move that tile though. Yeah, none of these tiles can be changed. That's finding it 2 friends, which is 2 friends too many. And if we do have the yellow diamonds not being part of the region, is this? Yeah, that diamond pairs with that. Okay. 3 of those need to match, so that would be off. Then we do that, so that would need to be on. That would need to be on. Okay, we are starting to make progress. That one needs to be connected. Then it's just this corner. That diamond doesn't match because there are 2 of these on the region. And we need to have just 1 of them. If we take that one off, we have a problem because we know that both these cells have to be on. So I think that one has to be on, which implies this one has to be off, which implies all of these edges have to be off. But then this is broken because now that's got 2 of these clues in it. And if we instead make this one match 3 sides, now the diamond's broken again because those 2 are in the same region. Okay, this is a awkward one. I feel like we're close again because everything's matched except 1 clue. There we go. Okay, we needed to use that cell and fill that one in to have the 3 matches there. Okay. Right, we have a yellow 4 here. Can we do anything with... Oh, actually, no. Here is where we start. Sorry, here is where we start. This this symbol means everything surrounding it has to match, and this is on, so this has to be on, and all these have to be on. This is now an area of size 5, so the 4 can't directly join onto this. We can't share with this 4 because it's forced off. So this 4 is also off. If we were to make this cell be on, there's no way we could make this shape be mirrored starting from here. So this has to be off. The cell below this is different. So this is the opposite of this, whatever that is. And also this only goes like 1. So soon we can do something with this, but not just yet, I don't think. This black 4 region. We put this on. Then This is matching 3, so this is either all off or all on. If it's all on, it can't join the 4. If it's all off, it still can't join the 4 because this is off, and then that would be a. And the 4 would be here, and then that would. This if we assume that this is off, the 4 would have to be on, and then there's no way to finish the 4. So this has to be on. The 4 has to be off, which means that's on, which means this is this shape, which means that this is also off, and it looks like this. This has all 3 sides matching, so it looks like that. This only has 1 matching side, so either this is on, or this is on, or this is on. Oh, this has 3 matching sides. So we can reason again. If this is all on, then this is broken. So this has to be all off. The only way that this works if that's all off is if it's on. This is a 4, but we've already got 4. So these have to all be on to block it off. Unless we're joining with this 3. We could still be joining with that 3. But regardless, these are off, so that's on, and these are off regardless, because this is different to everything else. Either this 4 is blocked off here and here, or it joins with this 3, and it goes like that, and then it's full. There's never a situation where it can come up here. We haven't got enough spots to spare for that, so that's on. Progress so far. This is in this little size 3 area. But we've established that it has to be off, and it has to be linked to this 4. So it can't actually be in a size 3 area. The only alternative is this is on and it connects to this. If it's on and connects to that, this is still not a size 4 area, this is a size 8 area. So what that's telling me is these two 4s have to link to each other. And they have to link to each other in this shape. So let me make that shape sideways. And then we'd have to draw around it, limit it to that size. And then we would have to have this 3 connect to the 4. So that's forced to be off. So now that does match that. Then we need to match this to this, which actually I think is just that. So it's not rotated at all, it's just the same shape. There we go. Okay, possibly final level, we'll see. So this tile is on, all sides have to match, so they're all on. Then got this black diamond. This black diamond, there's only one other black thing on the board, and it's one of these two. There is absolutely no way this black diamond can connect to this, because there would be no way to replicate that shape over here. So the black diamond will have to connect to this, which means replicating the same shape up here. Obviously we can't replicate this shape because this gets in the way. So I think we have to do, and we can't, this, I think we can rule out this being on. Because if this is on, actually no, it could do that, and then we could replicate it off up here. Or this could be off and do that, and it could be on up here. Actually no, it couldn't be on. Okay. This version has to be off because the diamond's position relative to this is the same as this tile's position relative to that, and we can't involve this in it. So that does have to be off. That has to be off. This could be on or off, we don't know yet. And it connects by some path. The white ones, we do have white diamonds. If we tried to connect the white diamond to the white line, then this would not ever possibly work. And same if we tried to do that. So the diamonds don't connect to the line. The diamonds must connect to each other. And then the lines just define two identical shapes. This line must be a rotated version of this. The only way that fits on the board at all is if it's like that. And we can't just leave that diamond in the corner unconnected. But we don't know that this is on. This could be off. But whatever state it's in, the diamond's in the same state. And so this diamond must be in the same state. So we actually end up with a shape looking like that. Which would look like that rotated. Which constrains the path to this diamond a bit more. It would be that now. We still don't know if this is on or off. But we can't deviate much from this path now. If we try and force this path to be closed off, then we break it. So I suspect this actually is off to allow that to work. We also want to surround this path. But doing so, we crash into this. We probably want to stick an extra bit in here to prevent that. This needs to match two of its edges so we can turn it on, and then it does. Except we have to put an extra tile there. The non-matching edge. Which would mean putting a tile there on the rotated version, which would break that. We don't do that. So that's on. So maybe that's off. And then that's off. Then these would be on. But we can't put one there either. So that would also have to be off. That would be off. That would be on. We still need to make this shape be the same as this shape. So those pieces there. Okay, this shape and this shape somehow have ended up the same, which is good news. These blue ones are not looking the same right now, which is a problem. Oh, this isn't actually a correct rotation of this either. This has to be off, otherwise it doesn't work. And if that's off, and that's off, then it breaks, which means you'd have to turn that on, but that can't possibly be on. So something is broken somewhere. But I feel like we're very close. The only thing that isn't satisfied right now is this blue R. So we must be close to the solution. We haven't really looked at this clue. It's saying that two cells need to... It works how it is, but we could also do that if we needed to. We can't do that and then turn that on, because you'd have to turn on a non-existent tile over here. That definitely has to be, these both have to be on. Meaning that this definitely has to be off. There's no way we can turn that on, because if we turn that on, we turn that on, We can't turn this one off because otherwise the diamonds don't connect. So that's definitely on. So I think this has to be on so that this can be off. And then this would be off, this would be off, this would be off to match that. These are both off. This doesn't match two of its edges though. It only matches one of them. We are very, very close to the solution here now. We can't flip that tile because it would mean flipping that tile, which would mean flipping that tile. Everything breaks. We flip that tile to fix this, we would have to flip that tile. And then, yeah, we get into problems anyway. So I think this has to be off, and this has to be part of this shape. And this shape has to look like that. Yes, it does. Altibago says, damn, they cancelled the Hogmanay in Edinburgh. That's going to be expensive. It is, yes. They're having some more bad storms up there, though, I believe. So it's understandable. Right, we finished this. I didn't get the final achievement in the game. So I suspect there were puzzles somewhere I haven't done yet. But I've done that set of puzzles. Let's have a quick look around the secret area and see if we missed anything. I am going to have to end soon, whether we've solved them all or not. But I'll just have a quick look for anything obvious that I've missed. Well as whether I'm missing any obvious secrets. Everything there is done. All of those, as well as all those. Them. Too much for not doing 4 hours. I didn't think it would take 4 hours to do this whole area, even with chatting, to be honest. I got a little stuck on some of the puzzles. If I can't find an obvious place with more puzzles in, I will just end and I will have to get the achievement off stream, but that's fine. We don't always have to 100% every game on stream. I'm just checking for sneaky hiding, because I know other parts of the game had sneaky hidden puzzles in them. Yeah, no, I don't see any unsolved puzzles in this area, nor do I see any sneaky hiding of puzzles. Nor does this area seem to have changed as a result of solving the puzzles. Maybe if I go back out to the overworld, something might be different. Who knows? Let's go back to the area where we beat the game. Just see if anything changed there. The result of doing the optional puzzles. Looks the same. I mean, I suppose Ren has beaten the game, so I can just ask him. I don't want any spoilers, but Ren, have I missed some puzzles that I need to get the achievement, or not? I.e., does the achievement just unlock by completing all the puzzles in the game, or is there more to it than that? Yes, just a few left. Okay, so I have missed some puzzles somewhere. Okay. Well, I don't see that I've missed any in this area. And I've done... I can't do that, because then the game ends, but I have done that before. Obviously, I've done all the main areas. I suppose I can Save and quit and load back in. I just want to see what number it gives me for the number of solved puzzles. Second here. Game. Yeah, so 428 I've got. Ren, what did you say the total maximum number of puzzles was? I'm just curious how close I am to that. Because I remember it being 400 and something, and it wasn't much more than this. 455. Okay. I'm missing more than I thought then. There's another 27 puzzles hiding somewhere in the game. Well, 7 minutes is not enough time to solve 27 puzzles, even if I do find them. So... I mean, I know for a fact there are puzzles I haven't solved. 445. Okay, so 17 more. I know for a fact there are puzzles I haven't solved, but I thought it was just the environmental puzzles. Like the meta puzzles. And I thought there was only one of them per region. So I was expecting at most 9 more to solve, but clearly there are others I've missed as well. It's not just one meta puzzle per region, so that's good to know. I think I'll end things there and hunt the remaining puzzles off stream. But I've really enjoyed this game. I enjoy this type of puzzle solving. Hopefully everybody watching enjoyed them as well. It did win the poll on my Discord for which game we should play, so I would like to think that at least some people enjoyed it having voted for it, but who knows. This slot will be replaced by another game to be decided by Discord poll. I might do Gorogoa Sarah's gift to me first, and then go to the game that was the vote. Just to get that done. But either way, I will let everyone know soon in Discord. I'll be putting up a poll of what game to do. There will, amongst those games, there will be another rule discovery exploration witness style puzzle game. This one actually will be a cross between Antechamber and The Witness, which are both games I've played before. And there will also be a couple of others. I'm trying to dig out different types of puzzle game to give those a try rather than always logic puzzles. So there might be a 3D puzzle game and a more word-based puzzle game. And we'll just see what people vote for. I won't put the Celeste collab in there because that already went in the poll and nobody voted for it, so that's fine. Hello, Starcasted. Welcome in. I'm sorry that we're about to raid out, but at least you got your flower of the day, and it's good to see you. Ren says get what's in. It's going to be a few days, but I will try. Max says it looks interesting. I've not seen that game before. I can recommend Taiji, definitely, to anybody who likes these sort of puzzles. Yes, as I say, there will be a vote on my Discord, so I'm just going to drop an invite to my Discord in case anybody's not there who wants to be. You are all more than welcome to join, and obviously I have stream notifications and there's a chat channel and everything, but I also occasionally do a poll for what game I'm going to play. But if you would like to join, please do. Hopefully next weekend I'm going to be back to my normal schedule. I can't promise that 100%, but I'm going to try and get back to normal, which will mean Friday, Saturday and Sunday streams. Friday would normally be the Taiji slot, so that's done now. I think I will do Gorogoa then, which is a puzzle game. I think it's quite a short puzzle game, so it might just be one stream. Saturday is going to be continuing with 7 Billion Humans, the programming puzzle game. Sunday is going to be the final stream of Factorio. Yesterday we did successfully launch our rocket to space, and then we played around a bit with some of the later game content, such as nuclear reactors, with varying degrees of success, let's say. But there's a few, I think there's enough stuff I want to mess around with on stream for another stream of that, and then we'll call it a day on Factorio. Might go back to do the DLC, but I'll take a break from it before then. Yeah, this was a one-off Monday stream. I'm not planning to do every Monday, so maybe we got some new people in here as a result of it being a Monday. I don't know. I'll have to see how many viewers we had. But I'm going to look for a raid now. There's at least 2 people I promised I might raid. So, first of all, let me check if Brute Force is still live. Okay, Brute Force has ended, so we're probably going to go and raid Hazel Azazelzel. Not returning a Hazelbert and Krypton and Snoot are all live. Brute went to 53 New Wave. Yes. I have raided 53 New Wave quite a few times before. Whereas I don't think I've ever raided Hazel. This is the thing. I follow Hazel and I subscribe to Hazel, and Hazel comes in my stream. I don't think I've ever raided her because she's never on when I am. So on this weird time when she's doing a stream at a weird time and I'm doing a stream at a weird time, would be the perfect opportunity. Now let me just check that she's not on a break or ending or anything. There she is. Doing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. But yeah, we love Hazel here, so it's definitely a raid while we have the chance. Let's set that up now. If you would like to spam a raid message in the chat, please do. The message we are going to be sending today is this one, if you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, feel free to replace the emotes with any emotes you like. But here's an example with some dancing dinosaurs. Tibango says Hazel was almost on the other day but was live tattooing and ended just before you. Yes, it tends to be either she's ended by the time I raid or she does evenings her time, which is obviously middle of the night for me. So there are the 2 raid messages. Here is the hopefully Hazel is still lurking and I can tab complete her name. Yes, I can. Good. Don't ask me to spell that. So there is the raid. I shouldn't be so mean to Hazel. You can spell her name with some work. It's a shame it's not a Scrabble word. It would score a lot of points. So yeah, all being well, if I'm not feeling too under the weather, I will be back on Friday, and until then, thank you all very much for watching. He says, what do you mean Hazel Azazelzel is easy to spell? I mean, it's only got 4 letters, right? Just in the right order. Assuming I feel okay, I will see you all on Friday, and until then, thank you all very much for watching. Starcasted says, see ya, have a good new year to come. That is true, yes. I should probably say this is my last stream of 2024. Thank you to everybody who watched in 2024. Thank you for making my year more enjoyable than it otherwise would have been, and I wish you all the best for 2025. And until then, thank you all for watching, and bye for now.